Ecomas Mwengi Mutuse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute on the important question that has been brought by the Honorable Junet Mohamed. To my understanding, Mr. Speaker, Supreme Court is a court that is supposed to balance between philosophical, technical, and political interests of a country. And if you look at the historical foundations of the creation of Supreme Court right away from America, you realize that it is a court that is supposed to create stability in a country. And therefore, for that particular purpose and for that historical understanding, allow me to join the rest of the members of this House in congratulating our judges of the Supreme Court in so far as balancing the philosophical, technical, and political interest in determining the place of public participation in our governance system. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, and having had a cursory look at the decision of the Supreme Court, I realized that the Supreme Court did lay grounds, factors, and the test that is to be relied upon in terms of initiating public participation for legislative work and for decisions on policy matters, in terms of how those decisions are going to be processed through the legislative system, but also importantly, the test upon which courts of law are going to use to determine whether public participation indeed has been applied satisfactorily, both qualitatively and quantitatively. And therefore, the invitation to this House to enact swiftly a law on public participation is most welcome. As my chairman, the Honorable George Gitonga Morogara, has said, in the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, we had begun to look at ways of closing this gap because we were also aware, as a committee of the House involved in matters justice and matters law, that we cannot continue having a legal lacuna in terms of public participation. Because, as members have aptly put it, a lot of legislation, very good for the country, has been shot down because of misunderstandings. Just different judges reading from different scripts as to what is the place of public participation. And I will therefore be very supportive when finally the state publishes the public participation law in line with the decision of the Supreme Court. But also importantly, Mr. Speaker, as this House considers the question of public participation, we may also need to consider the question of a referendum law, because hand in hand with public participation is the place of a referendum in our governance system. And therefore, we'll be also urging the majority leader to also liaise with government, so that even as we enact a law on public participation, we also enact a law on referendum, so that the country is adequately resourced legally to deal with these two issues. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute. And I want to assure the House that having successfully impeached a deputy president, I am not going to impeach any other person soon, because we cannot go lower than that. Thank you.
I think we allow the members who have spoken to the matter to speak on behalf of the whole House. Call order number 8.
Order number 8, motion, report of the Committee of the Whole House on the Kenya Drugs Authority Bill, National Assembly Bill number 54 of 2022. Question to be put.
Yeah, honorable members, order. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Kenya Drugs Authority Bill, National Assembly Bill number 54 of 2022, up to clause 79, and seek leave to sit again. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, first report on the implementation status of House resolutions on committee reports and public petitions. Mover to reply.
Again, the chairperson of the Committee on Implementation to reply as briefly as possible. We want to put the question to this one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to reply, and I want to thank the honorable members for their contributions, Mr. Speaker. And the most important thing that I want to ask those ministers and departmental heads, Mr. Speaker, that when they do budgeting, they need to include some money to enable the implementation of some of the resolutions, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to donate only 2 minutes to Honorable Mwenje.
The Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Chairperson, Committee on Implementation. If you intend to donate, you donate before you reply. So unfortunately for those members, they have been overtaken.
Okay, Mr. Speaker,
So just reply.
I beg to reply.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, let me also put the question to this. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopts the first report of the Select Committee on Implementation on the implementation status of the reports on petitions and resolutions passed by the House, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 26th October 2023. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Yes, we had reorganized the order paper. Can you go back to order 7? Order number 7. Yes, we pended the laying of order papers and some statements. The Chair, Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Wednesday, the 6th of November, 2024. The report on the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on its consideration of the Equalization Fund Administration Bill, Senate Bill number 14 of 2032.
Thank you very much. Please lay. Do we deal with these people? Yes, then the Honorable Peter Francis Masara, the MP for Suna West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first, allow me also to welcome the delegation from Suna West, NGCDF, both the committee and the staff who are today the guests of the August House. Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate them and those who are not here for working so hard to make Suna West shine the way it is shining. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, allow me, pass it to the provision of Standing Order 43. I wish to make a statement regarding the untimely passing on a veteran musician